Okay, so I don't know what's going to happen with Facebook now. If it's just
Going
gonna
live
go-
in 1 second.
Go
All
for
right.
it.
Don't say
We're
anything.
live.
You
This
can't.
video is now live. Are we live?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we are. It's on Facebook.
Okay.
I'm not on Facebook. Bloody stupid iPad.
All right.
It says I'm live. I'm not
We're
seeing
gonna start.
anything.
Gonna start.
Can people hear us?
Yep.
Yep.
Right.
Town by the clear blue sea, the wheel ships in, it's a place to be. We'll go down in history. Barstewards.
Oh, the music stopped. Hello and welcome back to Bar Talk for very first episode for 2020. Right, if you're joining us for the very first time, the concept for this show is real simple. Ask a question, get an answer. Everybody knows that bar stewards have the answers to everything. So send them in. Ask for advice, whatever you want to know about, and we'll pass you on our pearls of wisdom. However, I must give you a disclaimer. Please don't ask for any real help, because if we're your last chance, then you're completely screwed. Anyway, normally it's just me and my twin Miller, who apparently, runs the pub with me, that will be here and answering questions. But we thought, we're going to start getting our drinkers on to join in with the show and to help give advice and answer questions. But as you know, lockdown happened. So now, as you can see with Nick over here, we've got our loyal drinkers streaming in. Hello, Nick, you're going to confirm that you're live?
Hello.
And
I'm here. I'm just
What?
doing some animated pointing and things. That looks pretty cool. And I look over at you. I'm going to get a beer in a minute. What sort of beer are you serving?
no.
Well, I can have a beer.
Right, I'll tell you what, Nick, why don't you give us a quick introduction? Who are you and why you've joined us tonight?
I'm just in awe of this. This is absolutely amazing. I'll come to answer some questions that your audience have sent in. My name is Nick. I'm from Tubers, and we make videos. We've got a YouTube video studio, so we have a video academy. We help people make awesome video. And so, I'm here to have a little chat and answer some of these lockdown questions that people are having. How are you guys doing during lockdown? Is it,
We're doing
getting
good.
to you
But
yet?
we're looking forward to your answers to these questions, because normally me and
My answers.
me and Jacob over here normally answer the questions, but I think you should be giving us your words of wisdom.
Yeah, that's not happening. I got some beers here. I don't know how to lift them up. Ready? Wait.
So, I have a few beers too.
More beer.
I have
little
not
bit
got
less
any
beer.
beers, but I do have a glass here which I can clean. Right,
Oh,
you.
wait, did you see me when
Anyway,
I came on the stream? I was asleep like that. Was like that.
We already have, we have
Right.
two people saying hello. We've got William and Abyss. Hello. And welcome to our live
Hello.
feed with the bar stewards.
And Marion Evans says hello. William Abyss. My cousin Kelly's on. Kelly Caniglio, Ben Caniglio, Chris Matthews. Yo. Hello. How's it going? This
Hey,
is really weird.
everyone.
There's a little animated character with a pint in my
Yes.
Tubers hat. On
Right,
a TV in a bar.
as I said in the intro,
I'm on a TV
Feel free to-
inside a TV.
Nick, you're interrupting us here. You're not setting a good precedent for us having on any more guests. If you screw this up, we won't be having on anyone else ever again. Right?
Get on with it.
So, hang on. Shh. Right, okay. So, as I said at the beginning, anyone who wants to ask a question can ask a question. But we have actually had a lot of questions asked before we even went live. People have been posting questions on our Facebook page. What I'm going to do, I'm going to read out the questions. And then between me, Miller and Nick down there, we're going to get them answered. So, are you lot ready to get started?
Nope.
Right, good. Okay then. Right, okie
Let's go.
dokie. the very first question that we got sent in, and these questions have been coming in over the last few weeks. The very first one we had in was from a Victoria Smith, and her question was, if you have it, you want to share it, but if you share it, you don't have it. So, what is it? Any of you two got any ideas?
Let's read that again.
There you go.
If you have it, you want to share it. If you share it, you don't have it. Do you want the sensible answer?
Hang on. Okay,
we
one
have
more
a
time.
sensible
I'll read
answer?
it again. Okay.
I'm presuming
I
it's.
think I've got.
Would you
got
like
the
to read the
answer.
question again before I?
I'll read the question
You
one
say
more
it all
time,
at the same
and
time.
people at home, feel free to post in the comments what you think the answers are. I can't see Facebook because Miller was going to get it up so that we could see the comments live, but then he just decided not to bother, have a drink, and turn up and not even look at any of the questions beforehand. So
Yeah, that pretty
where
much
we are.
sums it up. That's right.
That. Right, okay, so I'm going to read this question again. Victoria Smith said, now listen this time, if you have it, you want to share it. But if you share it, you don't have it. So what is it? What do you think? Nick,
I'm going to go with it's a secret.
any idea?
Ooh, I think that's right.
Yeah, that might be. Yeah, well, that's Nick's idea. What do you think, Miller?
I would
You need
also.
get your own idea.
I think.
Yeah,
I
you
think
got
I
to have your
agree.
own idea.
My own idea.
What are you
Then-
thinking? Yeah.
Sandwich.
Okay, look. I'll tell you what, we can all have our we can all have our own idea, and then we can leave it up to people, anyone who might actually be watching, they can say who they think is right. So Nick is saying a secret, Miller is saying a sandwich, and I'm going to say a Netflix account. If you share your Netflix account, you no longer have it because you can't get on it. What do you think about that?
It's true.
We have a few comments on Facebook if you want me to read them or if you want to read them.
Yeah. Nick, if you're seeing them, by all means, as I said, I'm using my crappy first gen iPad here and it's decided not to work. So while you go and have a
Nick,
look,
do you
I'm gonna-
happen to have the volume on Facebook?
I do, yeah, because is that echoing? Can you hear it? I've turned it off for you.
There we go.
Yeah, I was monitoring. Yeah, I've turned it off for you. The comments are William Sampson thinks it might be money. Because Kelly is along
no,
with me. Who
I don't
says
agree with
secret.
that. Don't agree with that because the secret is that what? Yeah, I mean, it's not quite as
we all
good
know it's
or
secret.
as-
It's got to be secret. That's it. Question answer.
That's the only one
Question
we've
two.
got. Kelly Caniglio and me, correct. 1 point. Is this a
Jake,
quiz?
Do you actually have?
How much do I win?
Yeah. Who has the answers?
No one has the answers.
We
Yeah,
have the
you find-
answers. We have.
Do we?
That's the whole reason that people are coming on the show because
No.
you know we as barstewards know the answers to everything. Right? This phone is crap. It's not working at all. I'm not seeing any freaking Facebook feed at all. So I'm going to either rely on Nick or Miller over there to tell me the comments. Other than that, I'm just going to be the person that reads out the questions. Okay, so do you feel satisfied that we answered that question? Yeah?
No.
I think we could all agree the answer was Netflix. Yep.
No. I think the answer was secret, wasn't it?
I think the answer was secret. We'll go with that, shall we? I'm going to try and pull the comments up.
Right, okay. Who wants the next question? You ready for the next question?
Yeah, go on. Crush it too.
Go for it.
Bring it
Go
on.
for
Okay,
it.
okay. Next question. Okay, right, okay. Hannah Mosley, she asked, we all know pots of gold are at the end of rainbows, but what is at the beginning? What do you think? Let's go to Nick first. What do you think, Nick?
Oh, great. Cheers, man. The rainbow, I don't know.
What is at the
might
beginning
be
of the
in
rainbow?
Hopefully, one of these. Oh, it's not working. Your triggers. Hopefully a beer. Hey! Is it coming on yet?
All right, Miller, what do you think?
Yeah, start. I don't know. Is that good enough answer?
Is that your answer?
That's a brilliant
You know,
answer. His answer is he does not
if there's
know.
if there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, what possibly could be at the start of the rainbow? Come on,
Probably a
barstewards have the
leprechaun.
answers to everything.
Because he's got to get the gold. That's not very logical.
That is, well, it's just quite logical, really. If there's a leprechaun at the end of the rainbow, it could just as likely be at the start of the rainbow. Okay, so it's Elliot. Nick's going for a leprechaun that might have some beer, and Miller.
But then I've got this. Just poses another question: which side's the start and which side's the end? What
The end is the
determines?
part with the got. Because
but what-
the end has a pot of gold at the end of
Yeah,
it.
but what about if both sides have a pot of gold on it? Then
Well, then
which
that's an
side's the
answer.
end?
Then that's an answer. There's gold at both sides. You just answered the question. Okay,
but-
look, that's it. Okay, right. So Nick is saying beer, and Anthony.
Yeah, and William Sampson agrees with me. He also says beer in the comments.
Right, okay, so that's 2 for beer, and whatever Miller's up to. Right, okay. Now, I've given this some thought because obviously, as I said, these questions have come in over the last few weeks, and I've been having a look at them and I've been having a think about them because, you know, I like to prepare for the show and, you know, make sure that our viewers get quality service, you know, when we're giving the answers, you know.
Yep.
Not like
Yeah,
other
me
people. Anyway, right, so this is what I envisioned to be at the start of a rainbow. Have any of you two ever seen Pulp Fiction?
Yes.
Yes.
And you know the bit at the start when you're in a diner
Yes.
Yes.
and then they're having a good old time, having a nice conversation, and then they just decide to rob everybody, they get all the money and they feck off. Yep.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
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 So that's so basically what I envisage as the start of the rainbow is near a bank somewhere, or near, you know, just some place that the leprechauns, you know, they're small, they're magical, they get in there, they rob it, and then they feck off to the other side of the rainbow and they stick it in a pot of gold. And there's your answer. That's what's at the start of the rainbow.
So at the start of the rainbow
Brilliant.
is a scene from Pulp Fiction.
No, the scene from Pulp Fiction is just a, you know, like
Is
an
that-
example
Is there a
of
part
something.
of, is there a part
somebody
of Pulp
being robbed.
Fiction that we didn't see? That did they kind of go off on a rainbow somewhere? That makes no sense.
What? You make no sense.
So
I'm
what
just
you're
giving an example.
You're trying to say so there's a bank at the other end. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm saying that the other side of the rainbow is some place that's getting robbed, right? Right now, I think Nick is having a bad time with his exercise there. I'll tell you what. Let's just get a zoom in on Miller, and then I think Nick can sort himself out. You know, press whatever he needs to press to get himself all fixed up.
Is that?
Right, okay. Anyway,
Is there a reset
so-
button?
what in
My
life?
yoga's not going very well. Yeah, is there a life reset button?
It'd be good if there was.
Yeah. There you go. I got rid of
I'll
the
tell-
beers. Where is the standing pose? This is going to be my standing pose. Woo!
Right,
do
yeah.
that.
Well, just to explain
I'm-
why Nick is kind of stood with his arms in the air, we're interrupting his yoga lesson at the moment, and he's very kindly
close my eyes
doing
as
both
well.
that and partaking with us. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So far, I've got the answers to the first two. Netflix is what you have and don't have when you share it, and banks are getting robbed at the start of rainbows. Everyone happy that I've got everything? I'm the one with all the answers so far? Yep, right,
No,
okay.
my
next
answer was
question.
right.
Hold on.
More
Okay.
Hold on. Dana thinks it's you, or he just says you, so I don't know if that's either of you or me. He just
think it's
says
you.
it would be at the beginning of the rainbow.
Well,
Just you.
to be fair, if there's something getting robbed, it would not surprise me if Miller was there. So very well could be Miller. And he's only small and redhead. He looks a bit like a leprechaun. So yeah, you could be right. Miller could be at the start of the rainbow. Right, next question.
David
Let's keep
Taylor's
this ticking
on,
over.
and David Taylor says he is watching just purely for educational purposes. He needs to be educated. So
This is
he
extremely
expects
educational.
correct
I mean,
answers.
you're going to come away with a lot of knowledge after this. I mean, so far, what have you learnt?
Yoga.
Something about
We've
yoga.
learnt.
Beer yoga.
Beer yoga, that's a
Beer
thing.
yoga.
You're tipping your beer out. You're going to lose your beer.
Yeah, I was about to
There
say, you've got some magical thing going on there. Right,
The
okay,
arms are
next question.
crossed over.
This question's a bit longer, so
Oh, here we go now.
listen
This one.
carefully. Okay, when I say it's a bit longer, I mean it's 2 lines instead of 1 line, so you can just about keep up, Miller. You ready? Okay. My cat is really enjoying having a whole family around during lockdown. So, what can I do? And I've lost the name for whoever asked this question, so, if you asked it, it's you, okay? So, my cat is really enjoying having a whole family around for lockdown. How can I make it easier for her when we all go back to work? Let's go to Nick again. What do you think? How can this person...
How do you make it easier
make
for the
things better for a
cat?
Yeah, don't you have a
You
cat?
can take the cat to work, I guess. I do have a cat. I don't consider
No,
making things easier for my cat when I go back to work. Oh, look at that. Zoom
But
in
this-
on me. I'm
but
still
the
over here
pers-
drinking my beer.
I mean, you could always
The question...
make a full life-size dummy of yourself to leave at home to keep the cat company.
Like
That's
a
not a
guy
bad
fork
shout.
sort of thing.
Yeah, that's always good.
Yeah, but it won't work because cats have a sense of smell and all that. It's like when you put a dog in front of a mirror, they never look at the mirror because they know it's not real. They can't smell it or sense it. So a dummy won't work. All
You
that'll
could
happen
rub yourself
is
up
that they'll rip
against
it to
it.
pieces.
Exactly, yeah.
You'd have a little cardboard cutout of yourself and then sleep with it. Not like sleep with it, just like...
Right, okay.
No, you just said rub yourself up against it.
Right,
Okay, let's
and then
not ask
rub
Nick
yourself
any more
up
questions.
against it.
To please your cat.
Get the
You
scent.
get-
Okay, okay.
Fair enough.
Let's... Before we get shut down, let's just lock Nick out of the answer to this one. We all know what Nick thinks. Okay,
I've got
okay,
an
well-
answer.
I think...
How about you don't
okay,
do
go on.
anything because nobody likes cats?
That's it. It's going to go off now.
But what? Who likes cats?
I mean, to be fair, I don't like...
They just
Yeah, I don't
bugger
like
off,
cats.
go around everyone else's house, eat their food, and then come back when they want something. Don't like them.
Alright, well, this is my answer. So, obviously, you're going on about the cutout. Nick's going on about, I don't know, sleeping with the cat or something like that. And
No, sleeping with a dummy of yourself in front of the cat.
I never
Right,
said sleep
okay,
with your
so
cat.
I think...
Oh, I don't think I might have done.
To be fair, I don't think Nick should be having a cat. If he's got one, it's
I mean,
getting taken off
if
him
he's
by
got
the
a-
end
yeah,
of
if
this
he's got a
episode.
cat, I think to
There'll
help
be,
the cat, let's
there'll be
take
a-
the cat away.
If anybody lives nearby Nick, can they please remove his cat? Because obviously he's not having a good time. And I think the opposite of what this question is the answer in his situation. Okay, I think real simple. Just to wrap this one up really quickly. If you want to help a cat out and they still need to sense you, I don't know, cut off your little finger, leave that at home. There's still a little bit of you at home with the cat. They can sense it, they can smell it. There's still a little bit of you there. And it's simple. There you go.
Yeah,
Done.
obviously, that's
You agree
the
with
obvious answer, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, the obvious
you would have
answer
thought
would
so,
be
but, you know.
Ben Caniglio's answer. Are you ready for Ben Caniglio's answer in the comments?
There you go.
Which
Then.
I'm not going to repeat
Yep,
the
go on
final word. I'll let you fill in the blanks. It is tell it to stop being a, and you can fill in the blank. It's in the comments. You can read it for yourself.
Well,
agree-
you could
I
if you
agree
could
with that
see the
comment.
comments.
If Scott was technologically advanced enough to work out how to use Facebook comments, he would be able to read it. Or Miller, or Which one are you, by the way?
Are you talking to Jacob?
Well, you've known us for about 10 odd years. You should know. I tell you what, if you look at the sign, if you look at the sign just above Miller's head, we're like Ant and Dick.
Yeah.
You know, I'm on this side,
okay.
and Miller's on that side.
You're Jacob. He's
Right, okay.
Got ya.
Are
You
we?
always stay that way round.
Everyone happy? Is everyone happy with you? Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Thanks for that, Ben.
I think Ben's answer is the winner.
Wins. Wins. Ben's answer wins.
It wins. It wins the answers.
Oh,
You get 10 points, Ben.
We should have point systems. Have you got a scoreboard?
Yeah.
no. Because someone didn't organise all that stuff, did they? Maybe, you know, if we're allowed to come back next week, we'll do it then. Right, okay, on to the next question. Right, Andrew Ogle. Do these pants make my butt look big? Nick?
Do these pants make my butt look big? I think you normally get asked this by the wife, don't you? I don't know the answer to this question because nobody knows the answer to this question because nobody knows what is the right thing to say when you get asked that question.
I know
Do you
the
tell
answer to
truth?
this question.
Do they want the truth? Do they want the truth? Or do they
Well-
want you to make them feel good?
Yes. He asked the question, so I think
What
we
is
can
the
give him an
answer?
answer. And, well, considering that he's wearing chapless pants in the photo, I'm going to have to say that it's not the pants.
Your butt was big without the pants.
Miller, you got anything to add to that? No? Let's go on to the
I
next
don't think,
question.
I, don't think
Right.
I do. Look, I've added a point system.
Stay over here drinking.
Look, look down
Need a
here.
point system.
What?
Look,
Hey, 10 points to Ben.
10 points to bed.
Are you controlling that on your
Ben
phone, Miller?
says,
Yes.
Ben says
See,
they're
I
only
got my
big
phone
if you only if you put them on. Did you hear that?
Okay.
Yes.
No.
And I agree.
I was looking.
So, if you think you look
Can you
fat
repeat that?
in pants, because apparently we're talking American, if you think you look fat in pants, the key is take them off and go out with none on, and then you won't look fat.
Right, so I hope you all get, enjoying these quality answers from us here at Bar Talk. Right, okay, next question. Reese Heavens, he asked, who would win out of Rocky Balboa and Floyd Mayweather? Nick?
Rocky would have to catch Floyd first. We'll need him out of running he does.
I think. Yeah.
You think
I don't
what?
reckon.
That was, you're supposed to, when you say that, generally something comes afterwards.
I'm still
I
thinking. I
think-
think Sylvester Stallone, Rocky would win the fight. To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually made a film like Rocky 24 and Floyd Mayweather was in it. You know, if they offered him enough money, he'd want the money.
Oh,
They need another
he'd
Rocky
only want
film.
like $500 million to be in it.
Hasn't he
That's all
spent all
asks.
his
It's
money?
not bad.
I thought Floyd Mayweather spent it all.
No, he's like freaking billionaire, ain't he? Well, almost. I think he's got hundreds of millions. I don't think there's any chance of him going poor. Though, is he talking about? He's not retired yet, is he?
I don't know.
Yeah, 50-0, wasn't it? Is he coming back? Has he come back again? I don't know.
There was talks about him coming back.
I'm sure I've read
because he
something.
spent all his
him coming
money,
back, yeah.
but I don't think it was true.
That's a lot of money
Yeah,
to
I
spend.
don't-
Like he's spent
Actually,
all that
isn't-
money. What's it spent it on? His entourage.
Isn't Tyson coming back?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we've got a
it's
little
not really.
fight
It's only
Tyson.
as an exhibition sort of thing.
Yeah,
it's
it'll
not.
still be good.
Yeah.
It's not going to
Charity
be like a
match.
proper
Charity
fight.
fight.
It'll be kind of like when Rocky fights Hulk Hogan at the start of Rocky 3.
Yeah, that was
You
awesome.
reckon? Can you imagine getting in the ring with Tyson after how many years and him not giving you a proper good crack? He's ready to roll, mate. He looks like a beast.
Yeah, well, he is. They're talking about Tyson Fury having a kind of exhibition match with him, but I don't know. I don't think it'll happen. I reckon he'll end up fighting. No, I mean, Tyson Fury can't even sort out who he's supposed to be fighting next. Is it going to be Wilder?
I'm pretty sure I saw some. Was it George Foreman? Did I see something about him?
What about George Foreman?
For Tyson, he's supposed to be doing a charity match with George Foreman, isn't he?
Yeah. That'd be an interesting.
Yeah, but George Foreman's proper. Isn't he like 80 now? I'm pretty sure he's pretty old.
Yeah,
he probably died just stepping over the rope into the rink, having a heart attack.
But
no, if I read
that. Go on.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something. Yeah, well, I was just saying, what I've read in...
I was going to say,
basically what
their punch is stronger than their neck. They're probably going to kill each other.
That's why it'll be good to watch.
Maybe. Well, anyway, what I read in the news today is that apparently Wilder and Fury are going to go and fight in New Zealand to, so they could they supposed to be fighting before the end of this year. Who do you think will win out of that? Here's a question for me. Do you think it'll be another one for Fury?
Fury, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt. I wouldn't stand Wilder. One punch Wilder.
I don't think it's 100%. I would put my money on Fury easily, but I don't think Wilder is the right after.
150%.
I don't think Wilder is the right after everyone, mate. He obviously wasn't right in the last fight. Whether or not that was for the costume, I don't think it was. He got knackered, but he definitely wasn't right in that fight for whatever reason. And I still think Fury, 99.9% sure he would win again. But Wilder does have that dangerous, knockout punch. So you can't completely discount that. But the way that Fury works is that he knackers him out. Fury has got a solid jaw and, he just tires out his opponents and, so unorthodox in the way that he jabs and he moves and whatnot. So I would say he would definitely win again. But I wouldn't, if Wilder can get in a lucky punch.
The way I saw it was their first fight, Tyson Fury had been out of the outboxing for a long time, so he wasn't fully up to scratch then. And then by the time he got around to the second fight and his game was up, he just destroyed him. Like, he literally destroyed him. And I think again he'll beat him again. And all the excuses that Wilder come out with was ridiculous.
Yeah, and there was a survey in the paper recently.
Can't remember, that costume was really heavy.
Yeah. I mean, they are athletes.
And what, he never tried it on? He never tried it on before?
Nah, I don't. But I'm looking forward to seeing that. But then the big question then after that would be, who's going to win out of Fury and Joshua?
Ooh.
I think, first of all, hang on, before I carry on with what I think, are we ignoring, the comments? Is anyone giving us any?
Would you like some
thoughts?
comments? We've got some comments. I was just going to say before we move on to that one, Ben Knigley says George Foreman would absolutely grill him. Would grill Tyson, he says.
What, in an interview or something?
What do we think to that? I don't.
Jacob does not get.
Oh, come on.
The grill pump.
Grill him.
George Foreman.
What about grilling?
Still working on it. We'll wait here for you.
Yeah, you think about that one.
Give him a minute. We'll come back to it. He's going to grill him. George Foreman would grill him.
David's comments.
Moving on swiftly.
A more interesting face-off would be George Formby and versus Mr. T. Now that would be good.
George Formby, though.
Anyway, what was the question? The question was who? Okay, let's go back to the question for a second. The question was who would win out of Floyd Mayweather and Rocky? Okay, let's just wrap this up quickly.
Tyson Fury.
Rocky ain't real. Rocky isn't real. It's all scripted.
AJ.
Whatever they put in the script. So if they want Rocky to win, Rocky can win. That's it. And also, anyway, even if it was a real fight, Rocky's a heavyweight and Floyd Mayweather is what? Super featherweight or something like that. So
9 stone wet through or something.
Yeah, but in the Rocky films, didn't he fight like, what's his name? The big Russian guy who was like massive. I don't think the whole kind of weight thing came into it properly.
Well, no, it's heavyweight. Once you go over a certain weight, you got what? Super heavyweight, and then that's it. You can be as big as one. Wasn't there that fighter that caught? Yeah, he was a
Because by
heavyweight. I mean, he
Rocky
didn't look like it, especially in Rocky 3 and Rocky 4.
Yeah.
He looked like,
Yeah.
at best, a super middleweight.
Yeah.
You know, he was not a heavyweight, but
Yes,
officially
that's
in the
what I was
films, is a heavyweight.
This is
Right,
me
okay.
winding
I
up
think
my
we
punch
answered that
to knock
question.
out Floyd Mayweather. Well, I think overall it would be a pretty rubbish film if Rocky didn't win, right?
But he doesn't win in
Well,
one of them,
hang on,
does
no,
he?
Rocky in two of them.
Actually,
Rocky
two of
didn't
them.
win in either Rocky
He's
1.
got to win at the end.
He never won in
He didn't
Rocky
win the
1.
first
Got
one.
to win at the end.
He lost the first one.
He didn't win at Rocky 1. He lost the first one because he had a rematch in number 2. And then he lost in Rocky Balboa. He never won that fight. And then he didn't fight at all in Rocky 5. And then in the last Rocky film, he had cancer.
He didn't, did
I
he?
suppose he beat that. He did. He beat cancer, so, you know, he did all right there. He's still going. So, yeah, there you go. There's your answers. Right, let's look at the next
There you
question.
go.
Okay,
Moving
next
on
question
swiftly.
is, Fiona Headley. Can you cry underwater?
I can cry. Look, I can cry on my little puppet. See my tears? Me.
I bet your
you cut
cat
me
cries when you're, you know.
When you do stuff with your neck puppet. I'm- but the answer to that question
Miller.
is
Get out. I was having a little cry then, and Miller walked right in front of me.
the answer is yes. You can cry wherever you want. You feel free to go and cry underwater if it pleases you.
Go sit in your swimming pool on your own.
Get in the hot
Cry.
tub, put the bubbles on, and have a good cry.
I have a good cry. I've
think
been
we
locked up
answered
with
that
you
one.
in this pub for the last, 12 weeks or whatever it is.
Marion says, keep the distance. This is, I think she's referring to, this is not a 2 metre socially distant show.
Hey,
You look like maybe 1 metre
what
away.
are you on about? First of all,
It's 'cause
you're
I
on the
just come out-
TV.
it's
You're not
'cause
in
I
the
just
room
walk
with
over-
us.
Yeah, that 2 metre distance.
Yeah, but we're in the same,
But we are,
you know,
yes,
we've
in
been
the same household.
There you
self-isolated.
go. That is not socially distance.
Are we? What's this thing
Yeah,
about
it is. We're
bubbles
in the
now?
same.
We're in the same bubble.
You're in the same bubble.
Have
Kelly
you not heard the
Caniglio
bubble
says,
stuff?
Nick, what are you doing? You see some-
I don't understand the bubble.
Yeah,
stuff.
let's
I don't know
talk
how they
about the
can police
bubble.
any of it.
Apparently,
You two
What's
could
the
get in
bubble?
your own little bubble together, couldn't you?
you can meet up with someone else and be in a bubble. Apparently, I don't know where you get the bubbles from, but apparently you can get in. You can be in a bubble with someone if you're It's confusing.
I don't want to get in a bubble with anybody.
No,
The only person who wants to get in a bubble here is
the only thing I can kind of work that out to
Nick,
be is
this cat and the dummy.
maybe those like Zorbin balls. Is that what they're on about? We can all get in Zorbin balls.
Yeah,
think
you'll
so.
get inside a Zorb.
That'd be pretty cool.
Is that how you get to visit the vulnerable and the elderly? You stick them in a absorbing ball with you. Go walking around the field. There you go. Someone learned something new.
I
Two
still think
answers
that-
for the price of one there.
I think that's the solution for getting football back on the go. The Zorb balls.
Zorb balls.
Yeah.
Well, all
Right,
the players
okay,
have
let's
got to
move
be
along.
inside
Yeah,
the Zorbs.
everyone want the Zorbs sorted, and all the spectators, everyone in the crowd, so everybody in Zorb balls. That's my solution
What have we
anyway.
got? Should we just have a quick look at the comments?
Yep,
we missed
go on
a
then.
couple. But David Taylor says, if you see something sad like a lonely cod, yes. Oh, that was the last question. That's how long it took to get back to it, I think. Go on then, moving on swiftly, moving on.
Come on,
Right,
Jacob.
yeah,
what have you
moving
got,
on.
Scott?
Next question.
Or Miller,
Okay.
whatever
Jacob.
his name is. Jacob.
Right, next question. This is from Carmel Marie Green, and she asks, are ghosts real? Nick?
Are ghosts real? Ooh. Controversial one. How do you argue with people who believe that they've seen ghosts if you don't believe that ghosts are real?
Throw things at them. I say, shut up.
Prove it. You say,
Yeah.
prove it.
Oh, then what do you think, Miller? Do you think ghosts are real?
Yes, I do. Have you not seen the documentary
Ooh.
about that pottery guy, or there's pottery woman who got a
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I know
she was
that
like stalked
documentary.
by a poltergeist or something. Yeah.
Is it the one where he sat behind her and they moulded pottery together? That one there.
Yeah, that was a documentary. I'm not sure that was.
Oh dear.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Surreal.
Have you two heard? If I can pronounce this right, actually, give me 1 second. I'm gonna look it up on my phone.
I hope they are real.
Oh,
I'm coming back to haunt the pair of you for put me on this show.
Nick has got minus 10 points. Minus 10 points for Nick.
Have you heard of Boltzmann brain?
No.
Boltzmann brain. You heard of it?
Nope.
Okay.
No, what is
It's,
it?
if anyone out there is a fan of podcasts and enjoy the Infinite Monkey Cage, this is something that Brian Cox and his team of fellow comedians, which included Eric Idle and Steve Martin on his banjo, they answered this question. And basically, Boltzmann brain is the theory that actually the universe does not exist. In fact, what the universe is a manifestation of a conscious mind, and everything around us is literally just the musings, the imagination of one singularity. And so basically, anything you really believe, anything you honestly really believe is real. Now, if I closed my eyes and thought, I can fly, I'm not going to fly, because in my heart of hearts, I know I can't fly. Same why most people don't win the lottery. However, if you honestly really think that something is going to happen, the argument goes that it will become a reality. And that's why maybe people that are really confident do well in life, because they really think it's going to happen, and it happens. And so maybe people that really believe ghosts are real really do see ghosts, because to them, ghosts are real. So, there you go. Ghosts are real if you believe.
Well, I fell asleep
Kind
and
of things like that?
Miller left.
Yeah, I just popped out for a minute. What would you say something about Batman's brain?
What did he say? I was having a snooze.
Okay, I'll say it again. Right, if you're a fan...
What was that?
No, say it again.
Are you happy that I answered that
dear.
question
I don't even know what the
satisfactorily?
question was.
Yeah, I
Yes,
don't even
that was
remember what the
the
question
question
was,
I
but...
Okay, let's swiftly move on to the next question. Right, okay, next question.
We had loads of viewers
Nikki
till he went
Watson.
off on that one.
Yeah, because I answered the question and I probably thought that was it. They got the answer. So, but no, we're still here. We've got more questions. Right, we've got what? 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 more questions, and if anyone wants to ask us anything, we're happy to answer those too. But next question. Right, let's have a look. Nikki
Hold
Watson,
on, comments
if you could
before
ask
you move
yourself...
on. Comments.
Oh, go on then. Go on.
Got to do the comments for the questions. Kelly's putting snoozy
Go on, then.
emojis because she's fallen asleep. And Ben has put, why did the ghosts go into the bar? For the booze.
For the booze. See?
David Taylor says, is he still talking about ghosts?
Probably.
Because we have no idea what tangent you went off on.
Yeah,
Then.
watch some of our older episodes. He goes off on tangents about time travel half the time.
Do you want me to explain why time travel is real?
Oh, God.
I can explain why time travel is real.
So
Nick, look at the comments. Does
very
anyone...
important thing.
Does
People,
anyone...
talking about time travel, new Bill and Ted movie.
Bill and Ted? The new Bill and Ted is
No.
literally using my idea. They must have watched the old episode where we answered the question on time travel, because they are bloody well using it to the basing the whole Bill and Ted 3. The trailer just come out the other day. It's on YouTube. If you don't believe me, look online. Bill and Ted 3 is coming out, and they've ripped me off. They can expect to be sued very soon. But anyway, do you want to hear my time travel theory, or should I get on to the next question?
No,
Next
that's why
question,
no
next
one's
question.
followed you up, mate.
Well, okay.
I've heard it before.
Next question. Have you? You remember it?
Moving on.
Right, okay. Right. Nikki Watson, if you could ask yourself any question, what would it be and why? And that was followed up with, would you rather be the funniest person in the world or the best looking? Nick?
Is this 2
Funniest
questions?
person or best looking person?
I've got an answer for this.
Well,
We're
they
not
kind of
answering the
asked.
first question. If
Well,
you could
no, the
ask
first
yourself
question
any
is,
question
if
you
you could
want,
ask
what
yourself.
would it be? It'd be like, why did I say yes?
Okay, well,
My question,
This.
to educate,
my answer would
educate
be,
yourself
I would prefer
so that we
to
can
be-
point you.
I would prefer to be good looking because if you're good looking, people will laugh at your jokes anyway.
No. God damn it! You'd looked at my answers, haven't you?
What have you
That was my answer.
answers? Have you?
Yeah, I pre-made my answers.
you
Did
plan
damn
some
well
answers
enough.
to these
I sent notes
questions?
out. I didn't plant any answers.
I
I didn't plant
have
any
no idea.
questions.
Good looking or
not
funny?
impressed.
Was that the question?
Yeah,
Good
that was the
looking or
question.
funny?
Yeah, good looking.
Yeah, gotta go for. I don't know.
I don't know. It's a hard thing to answer because I'm both
Yes.
good looking and funny. So what can you do?
Well, I feel ya. You know, what can you do? Who's got
I can't imagine not being
points
evil.
for Jacob?
The answer as
Those poor
the
souls.
answer as Miller.
Those poor souls.
What? What did you say about me? We're twins. What was that? You're taking the mick out of the way I look. We're identical twins. We're identical twins. I just don't have a beard.
Well, we wouldn't know. We have to wait until all that hair is shaved off, and we'll find out. That'll be your next trigger. The beard comes off.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Right, okay, so yeah. As Miller successfully stole there, he's quite correct. If you're good looking, people will laugh at your jokes anyway. So there you go. That's the answers to that. Right, quickly moving on. Next question. If you could be, this is from Donna Cadwell. If you could be a real superhero Batman or a real Superman, which one would you rather be? Nick?
If you could, bloody hell, that's a weird way of phrasing that question, isn't it?
Who would you rather be,
If you
Batman
could
or
be Superman or Batman, which would you rather be? That makes more sense.
That's what I said.
Why
you
would
could be
you
a real
consider
Batman-
the idea of being Batman? Who's Batman?
Batman.
Why would you consider even the idea of being Batman if you could be?
Okay,
Superman?
okay, well,
Batman-
okay,
Batman
wait,
has-
Superhero.
What's Batman's superpower?
Consider, wait,
Lots of money.
yeah. Superman
not
is
a
poor,
superhero.
so bear that.
Superman's
So
not
bear
poor.
that in
Superman can have
mind.
whatever. If he wants money, he can just take it. Who's going to stop him?
Yeah, but he wouldn't be a superhero then. He'd be a super villain. So you're either poor,
So what?
but got lots of powers, or you could be really rich and do what you want anyway. So Batman or Superman, and also
Superman.
Superman
100% Superman.
is made weak by green rocks. Batman isn't. Batman
but
has really
Batman's
cool
just
stuff.
a normal person with loads of money and gadgets. That could be
A
us.
normal person don't have lots of
just-
money and gadgets. So you're wrong straight away there.
If we
He's a person.
monetize this show, we could be Batman.
All Batman needs, is a bad stock crash, and that's it. He's gone. No more Batman.
Yeah, but we're not asked to.
He's out of there.
What's happening to
wasn't-
Batman now? With this lockdown, I bet he's losing
question-
loads of money.
The
Well,
question
he's going to have to
isn't,
sell his
would
back
you
car.
like the question isn't, would you like to be Batman when he's financially insolvent? It's, do you want to be Batman as he's known? And that is the billionaire, Wayne. What's his name? Bruce Wayne? Is
Yeah.
it Bruce Wayne?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just money. What if he gets married?
Okay,
and
okay.
His wife
Let's-
takes half of it, and then he's only got half a Batman.
I agree with David's.
No.
I agree with
I
David's comments. As long as you don't have to be in
I don't
any of the
think
DC
Batman-
movies, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but have you seen that they're re-releasing the Snyder Cut? Have you heard about that?
No.
So the
No,
last
what's that?
Batman, the
Hold
last
on, how long is
DC
it going
movie,
to take to get this explanation?
Yeah, go on, I'm going to
It's
go
quick.
get another drink.
You know,
Yeah,
you know, Justice League was the last one that come out.
Make a cup of tea.
Basically,
Yes.
the last film that come out was Justice League. The director, Snyder, whatever he's called, left the show for some family reasons, and they brought in the fella that worked on the Avenger movie, but they completely spliced and diced it, and it was a mess. It was incoherent, and you could very much tell that two different people worked on it. It was a mess. And ever since then, the fans have been asking for the Snyder Cut, where they wanted the director to come back and re-edit the film, because apparently they refilmed 80% of the film for the final product. So there's like a lot of footage out there that wasn't used, so they effectively can re-edit a completely almost new film. So on HBO Max, which is a streaming service like Netflix in America, next year they're bringing out a new version, a new cut of the film, which apparently they're hoping is going to be infantilely, or whatever the word is, better than the one that came out in the cinema a couple of years ago.
Like a small child.
Infantilely.
That's the only thing I heard. So they're bringing out another version. That's it.
The movie's called Infantilely.
So they're bringing out
Even the people in the comments have fallen
Batman's a
asleep.
child.
Telling you to move on.
Right, okay. Last question. No, second to last question.
Oh, God.
Samantha Chadwick, why don't you ever see baby pigeons?
That's a good question. Who says you don't ever see baby pigeons?
Yeah.
Are you looking for them?
Well, have
They
you ever
can't
seen a
fly.
baby
They'd
pigeon?
be on the roof still, wouldn't they? Yeah.
So what, they stay in the
Why-
nest
yeah,
until
they-
they're fully grown?
Maybe they're born fully
This
grown.
is why,
They're
this is
called
why
rats.
people come
Baby
to us
pigeons
to...
are rats.
They're not born.
Until they grow their
They're,
wings.
they come out of eggs. And the eggs are tiny, so they don't come out...
Don't come out of what?
Pigeon, do they? Hey? Let's keep this simple,
How big are
Nick.
the eggs?
Why don't we see baby pigeons? They're teeny
Because we're
weeny.
not looking
Baby
for them.
pigeons are rats. You weren't looking for them. Yeah, that was the
Right,
answer.
so Nick's answer is he thinks rats turn into pigeons, a bit like butterflies. And Miller, what do you think?
I think you do not see them because you are not looking for them.
Oh, what do you want about? You're not looking for a pigeon, but you see it.
Or are you?
If you saw a little tiny pigeon flying around, and it was the size of a sparrow, everyone would say, bloody hell, look at that pigeon, it's tiny.
No,
See
you
it,
probably go, is that a sparrow?
No, it wouldn't look like a sparrow. Could be like purpley colour, isn't it?
Purple.
Alright, anyway.
Purple pigeons.
So, why don't we...
Purple pigeons.
Pigeons are purple.
In that website, purple
Pigeons
pigeons.
are purple.
That's why you haven't seen any baby
whoa,
pigeons,
whoa,
because
whoa,
you
whoa.
think pigeons are purple.
Pigeons are purple.
Pigeons are purple.
If you're going around looking
Well,
for
I don't know.
tiny sparrow-sized purple birds, thinking they're pigeons, that's why you're not seeing any.
He's not even agreeing that was
Pigeons
a
are
slip of the
purple.
tongue. He's sticking by his guns that pigeons are purple.
They're purple and pink.
Pig.
You are not colourblind by any chance, are you?
They're grey on the back, and on the front of them, they're purple and pink, and a little yellow beak. Or
Yellow
black
beak?
I can't
Right,
remember what
let's
colour
go
the
find
beak
a
is.
baby
Alright.
pigeon and find out.
Or pink. Have a pink beak. Anyway, I know the answer to this. Baby pigeons, you don't see them because you're all at school learning how to shut on people. Right, next question. Oh, hang on, no, that's the end of the questions. I've got one, Dear Deirdre, that I've robbed off the sun. So you wanna hear the Dear Deirdre and see if we can help the people in it?
No, not
Not
really.
particularly, no.
Yep. Yeah, I'm hearing yeses there. Okay. Dear Deirdre, or in our case, Dear Jacob. Dear Jacob. And this is the lady talking, I think. But, Dear Jacob, I know my husband is having an affair. Listen to this one. This is a bit of a long one. Right, so, all joking aside, I want to hear good advice from you two. I want to, how we can help
Why don't you
this
ask for
person
some
out.
advice
Okay.
from the audience? They can give you advice in the comments. It sounds like you wrote this in,
Yep, everyone can...
Jacob.
Everybody can offer advice on this very last one. So this is the very last thing we are saying. Right, okay. So, Dear Jacob, I know my husband is having an affair, but he says a woman is stalking him. I recently got a message from a woman my husband works with saying they've been having an affair for months, but now they have finished. So I checked his phone. There were photos of them having a day out with her toddler. When I confronted him, he said he only went because he likes children. What the message is making. This is what it says. So when the wife confronted him, he said he only hung around with this lady because he likes children. But the messages he read on his account made it clear they were having adult relations. But he's now deleted his Facebook account, and I don't think I trust him anymore. What should I do?
Call the police. That's what I'd do.
I
What are you
agree.
doing?
Call
Stop
the
what you're doing
police.
now. Call the goddamn police. He's getting with
So
other
it's
women
really
to hang around
basically-
with kids. It's weird.
First of all, she's
He
saying
said
that
he's
he's
only
hanging
with me for the
I-
kids.
Yeah,
I'm
that's alarm
I'm
bells
not
right there.
I'm not tweaking this. That is word to word what was in the Sun. So and also she said that they've
then
been
it's
going out
true.
for months,
Then it is
and he's
definitely
hanging out with a toddler. At no point is the wife putting two and two together and considering that toddler might actually be his kid. So
Ah.
okay. So the question here
Kevin-
is, can she
Kevin,
save the
Kevin in
relationship?
the comments. Kevin in the comments is his name Jimmy?
Quite
And
possibly.
Kelly says WTF. Like,
Yes, my
I don't know if
sentiments
that's
exactly.
just WTF about the question or about the entire show. Oh, it's so funny.
So come on, let's hear Jacob's writ out answer to this. Come on, let's enlighten us.
First of all,
Yeah, I can do with another nap.
First of all, I just want to point out to everyone who's watching that you should count yourself lucky that we're here to answer your questions. You should appreciate this show is a gift that I'm giving to you for free. And when people give you a gift, you don't turn around and say, "I don't like that gift."
No,
You say,
that's not
"Thank
true.
you very much."
Time is money, and a lot of people have just wasted a
Time
lot of
isn't
time
what?
listening to you. Time
Time ain't
is
money.
Yeah,
What
it
are you on
is.
about? If you're getting
Nah,
paid,
it's
if
free
you're
money.
doing a job,
They're all furloughed. They're getting loads of money. But staying at
yeah,
home.
exactly. They're all getting paid for doing nothing,
For
and
now.
I'm here entertaining them for nothing. So
I think entertaining is a bit of a push.
be appreciative. You're right. I'm not entertaining them. I'm educating them and advising them. Right. So I've got no. I've literally got nothing written for this. I thought this will be the last one. We'll freestyle it. What advice would you give to this person?
whoa.
How can you?
Have we?
Oh,
we've
whoa,
not-
whoa, yeah. Hold
yeah,
on a
we've
minute.
not been freestyling it before.
Were we supposed to
I've-
plan
I've-
answers to these questions?
I think that was
I've
the
been
plan.
giving. I think if we go back and look at, hang on, if we have a quick look at all the questions, we've given solid answers for everything. So number one, if you have it, you want it, and you share it, and you don't have it, and whatever they said, the answer to that was Netflix account. The
wasn't.
second question was what's at the start of Rainbows, and it is where the leprechauns rob banks to get the money for their pot of gold. The next question was, how can I help my cat out from feeling lonely when we all go back to work? And the answer is, cut your little finger off and leave it at
Now-
home. Leave a
the
little
answer
bit of
was
yourself
whatever Nick-
at home. So, yep.
It was definitely not what.
No.
Nick
Oh,
said.
yeah. So the answer to that question was, someone ring up the RSPCA and have Nick's cat removed. What other questions do we have? Do my pants look big in this? Yes, was the answer to that one. Who would win out of Rocky and Floyd Mayweather? Rocky because he
pants
is
look big in
heavyweight
this?
officially.
Pretty
Can
sure
you
that
fly
was the question.
underwater?
Still.
Yes. Are ghosts real? They are if you believe. Would you rather be Batman or Superman? I think we'd all like to be rich, so we'd like to be Batman.
I think the university agrees. Everyone should be
And-
Superman.
Superman was the answer to that one.
Why don't you see baby pigeons? We learnt a few things with the answer to that one. Nick didn't realise that pigeons were pink and purple, so he'd probably been looking at seagulls the whole time, I'd imagine. And yes, the answer is they're at school learning how to shut up people. Is it past 9 o'clock? No? Okay, well, we haven't got a bleepy button, so I apologise for any bad language you might have heard throughout the course of this show. I don't think we've used any inappropriate language, and I'll please
We've
ask you
been
not
quite
to
good.
say anything else for the next 6 minutes. And the last
I don't
question
think the
is,
watershed
dear
counts
Deirdre,
on the internet.
Yeah.
does
Have
it
you
not?
been
Oh,
on
I
the internet
suppose it's
before?
past 9 o'clock somewhere. So yeah, very last one. Nick, do we have any questions from the public?
We do not have any questions.
We do
Does
not have
anybody
any.
like, apart from Kelly says, I'm not. I think that means I'm not furloughed. That's because you're still working. You can't be furloughed and work.
Oh, I thought you meant I'm not entertained.
No. Maybe she does. I think it came in about the time when I said something about ferret, but I might be wrong. Has anybody got any questions? Pop them in the comments because the answers are coming thick and fast from
all six of you.
Miller,
do you have a question for us?
Anyway,
Didn't
so
we have
while we
one
wait for
about
order...
who would win in a fight, a shark or a alligator or something? Or was that another day? That might have been something else.
What's
that
that, a
was another
shark
day.
or a baby?
No, we had a question about a monkey with a knife and a polar bear.
Oh, yeah, and we answered that
Ooh,
one.
a
Look back
monkey
on
with a
our
knife
channel
or
and
a
look at
polar
the
bear
videos.
who would win in a fight?
Yep, check out the video. We actually filmed it, and we found out who won. So if you want to know who would win out of a monkey with a knife and a polar bear, check out our videos on our Facebook page at facebook.com/BarTalkUK. We filmed us, and we filmed a monkey fighting a polar bear with a penknife, and you can see who wins.
David asks, why
Well,
do
that-
birds
I'm
suddenly
gonna go-
appear?
Hey?
Yeah, there's a question for you. Why do birds suddenly appear?
Every
Why
time.
do birds suddenly appear? Because you're near. Because you're near, and you stink, and birds are
Yeah.
attracted to crap. The scavengers. There you go. There's the answer to that question. Right. Anyway, we haven't answered the big question yet, and the big question is, what should this woman do about her cheating husband?
I told
Should
you
she
it's
stay
one of
with
these.
him, or forgive him? Or
Forgive
should she
him.
be more concerned?
Obviously, he's telling the truth.
Just-
He sounds like a trustworthy, honest guy. He's a keeper.
She should move
I
in
think
with him. She should let him
basically
move
there's two
back in the
things-
house. Have as much unlimited access to the child as he wants.
Yeah, well, basically, there's two
We've
things
got more
happening
questions.
here.
We've
Either
got another
like your kid
question
too
coming
much,
in.
and you should ring the police, or it's his kid. So either way, kick him out. Right, okay. So Nick, have we got any more questions, or is that the end of the show?
One more. Ben Canedo says,
Oh, go
why
on
do
then.
Australians ask questions with the answer? Why do Australians ask questions with the answer? We're going to need an
Is
example.
he Australian?
Give us an... He's not.
No, so he doesn't have the answer for the question then.
Well, that's what he's asking.
Kelly Caniglia says, how long is left?
As long as
Why
you
do
want.
Australians-
We can go on longer.
Ask questions with the same.
Oh, anyway,
answer.
that's the question.
You're gonna
Right,
have to give us an
why do
example, Ben.
Australians-
Give us an example.
Yes. Yes,
Well,
we
do you
want-
need an
we want
example? As pretty
We
as
do.
hey, he told
Well,
you,
give
he's
me
given
one.
you an example in the question.
No, he hasn't.
He has. It's not hard to famine, is it? He asks a question, gives you an answer. It's like saying, what's 2 + 2 is 4. There you go. There's an example. It's just the Australians obviously like to show off how clever they are. And put down that, you know, they're impatient. Maybe they're impatient. Maybe they just want to show off they're really clever. And then it's like, hey mate, what's 2 + 2? 4. You don't know that? You dingbat. There you go.
What the hell was that?
We have some examples
It's an Australian
from Ben
accent.
to
Yeah.
help. Ben says, "What's your favourite blue?" What's your
My favourite
favourite
blue?
Where you from, Sydney?
Sky
Is
blue.
that good at Australian accent?
No, that was terrible.
Where are we from?
I think. Where you from, Sydney?
Oh, me.
No, you're not Sydney,
Sydney?
are you?
He's not getting it.
No.
The answer to Ben's question of why do Australians ask questions with the answer is Miller, Jacob.
The answer.
So they don't have to listen to
I've just
somebody
given
else
the answer
gibbering on.
because they're arrogant. They're arrogant. They know the answers and they just want to make you feel small.
arrogant.
They're all arrogant.
That's the blanket statement. All Australians are arrogant.
All
I like
Australians.
Australians.
All
They're
Australians. Hang on. All Australians who ask a question with an answer. I'm not saying everybody, but if you're an individual who asks a question and then gives an answer as if it's a rhetorical question, is obviously trying to bamboozle you with their knowledge. So yeah, arrogant, big-headed.
He's got some more examples if you want them.
Yeah.
It should
Yeah,
have
go on
said,
then.
what's
What?
your favourite colour? Blue. The next one is, what's your name?
Sky
Sheila?
blue.
Maybe it's just being
Hey.
helpful. It's giving you
Hey, Sheila.
options. It's giving you the most popular
Yeah, just
answer.
to cut the conversation down short.
Yeah.
No, because Sheila isn't
like
a person's
Australians.
name in
Straight to the
Australia.
point.
That's like, it's like when we say man. It's like me saying, all right, man. I'm
No,
not
the
saying
problem,
that you're
but
called
the problem is if someone
man,
says to you,
or
like,
pointing out the fact that you are a man.
so, but like, if he was called Sheila,
My grandma's name's Sheila, so what if she went to Australia and they said, "What's your name, Sheila?"
and she just says yes.
Well, I suppose it's a bit like
But
this
you-
country. It's a bit
No,
like
but
this
how do
country.
you
It
answer?
says
How-
yes.
the
How do you
biggest-
answer that question? What's
the
your name,
biggest-
Sheila?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, first of all, I would answer it with the bigger problem at hand is that they're being sexist because, like in this country, you shouldn't say love and stuff like that. So they shouldn't be addressing anyone as Sheila. So it shouldn't, that's the bigger issue here. So that's what we should all be,
We're not
considering.
talking about issues. We're
They're both
answering
sexist
questions.
and big-headed. Yeah, and I answered the question, and the answer is they're both sexist and big-headed. There's the answer. Any more
Well,
questions that need
yeah.
solving?
It's not a question. Kelly says that Nick, that would be me, once lived in Australia, so you can't say that all Australians are arrogant. Laughy, cryy, laughy, cryy,
Nick,
laughy,
Areola.
cryy face.
I think I quite clearly made it clear when I said I wasn't calling all Australians arrogant, just those that ask sexist and big-headed questions where they give you the answer. So, there you go. I think that clears that up. Right, any more before
Yeah.
we sign off?
I can almost punch you in the face.
No, you can't because you're on a TV.
Almost.
Many miles away.
Bow!
But we can do it. Right, okay, and I think with that bombshell, we've come to the end of the show. I hope that you found our answers suitably informative and have been insightful and you've learned something new. And this has been a worthwhile time, worthwhile.
Bonk.
He's lost
You're putting me
it.
off.
He's
You're
lost
putting
it.
me off. My monologue. You're putting me off. Right, that's it. I'm going.
Push.
Miller, stop. Just stop it. Just
Hey,
stop
you
it.
can have
Bye.
one. You can have one. Bam. Bam.
Come on.
Play the outro, would ya? See you later, everyone. Play the outro.
Outro. Alright, let's do this.
Play the intro again.
Hang on, we didn't do the dancing.
It's a place to be. We'll go down.